Hey y'all, Eli with Alchemy Custom Weaponry here with my boss Nick from Cabot and Alchemy Custom Weaponry. I guess I'm from Cabot too.
Yeah, we're Cabot and Alchemy. It's we got multiple last names.
Multiple personalities.
Identities. Yeah. And we're here at the Military Heritage Museum in Nevada, Texas. Thank you to them for hosting us. This is very exciting, and this is a twofer today.
A twofer, yeah. This is going to be the second and or first, depending on which
order you're watching these videos first. In.
Yeah, of course. So big 45 Friday here, and we are currently, well, not currently, but by the time you're watching this, we're going to be at NRA show in Dallas. So if you're watching this and you're able to make the drive, come on to see us this weekend, and you can handle some of these guns in person. But today is a really special day to release a very special gun, at least to me, and that is going to be our second Resto Mod of 2024, and that is the Classic Government. The Classic Government, an insanely good looking pistol. I mean, like, the minute that this gun came in, I texted Nick and I said, yeah, I'm buying this thing. And so this is a gun that I've wanted forever. I've been chasing this gun, and that is a hot rod pre-war gun.
Yep.
You know, because let's be honest, if you've shot pre-war guns, and honestly a lot of people haven't, so they're not familiar with a lot of this stuff, but if you've shot pre-war guns, you know they kind of aren't great to shoot.
It's disappointing. Like, when people say, they don't make them like they used to, you kind of like, that's good. That's kind of good in this case. Yeah. This is good.
And this is everything you would want from modernity, and nothing that you would, nothing else but that. Yeah. And so this is a fantastically cool gun. Shoots as far as build quality, let's be honest, we don't cut any corners here at Alchemy Custom Weaponry. Everything's hand built, hand fit and finished. But this gun in particular is just something that speaks to me. So for those who may not know, one type of gun that I've always kind of had a, calling to is pre-war guns. So what we've done here is we've essentially hot rodded a pre-war gun. You'll notice 5-inch government model. We did add we have the ball cuts here.
Just because it's cool.
Its ball cuts are cool, but did you know the original 1911s, up until I think, oh gosh, don't quote me, I think 1960 may be the last year.
They had a ball-esque cut. It's not really a ball cut, but it's close. Yeah.
And if any of you ever want to, now we don't have this issue because, of course, we barrel our guns before we ball cut. But some people on forums will talk about 1911s not lining up with ball cuts. You should go look at a pre-war gun with those ball cuts. They are
dust covers here, ball cuts like over here.
But of course, these line up, so that's an awesome feature. We did the gold bead. It's a classic look. Even though it's not period, trust me, you don't want period sights on a gun you're actually going to use, which this gun right here will be going as soon as we get through all this with shows in my holster. I will be carrying this.
This is a very cool gun. I don't doubt it.
So working back, not too much is different. Of course, the frame is not changed because we didn't have to. The scallops weren't really on our production gun, so they don't need to be on this because this gun is designed after a gun that is pre-1924. In fact, it was designed kind of after one of my guns, a 1919 Colt government model. So coming back, of course, the vertical serrations that everybody wants on our production guns, and you won't get it because they're going to stay on the Resto Mods. Harrison retro rear sight. It's the sight to have if you're doing kind of a retro styled gun. We did it on the Musoc.
Yep.
Fantastic. Looks great. Definitely a good thing to do. Harrison spur hammer.
That's such a cool spur hammer.
Super gangster.
Yeah.
And in fact, we did have to, of course, have a Harrison spur hammer because we wanted a spur hammer, but we were using an extended grip safety.
Because, I know you talk about how cool it is to have your hands bleeding after with all the slide by, which that's fine, but we wanted to spare that for other people. Right. I wanted to shoot this gun, so we're putting a real beaver tail
with
grip safety on it.
But in all honesty, and people in the comments will say, "Oh, you should have done a big spur hammer and let people bleed and stuff." People who talk like that really probably don't shoot too much. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I shoot a lot, and I shoot a lot of pre-war guns, and I bleed a lot. But that, I'm kind of a psychopath.
You are a little bit.
So, anyways, coming back, of course, the grip safety. I'm gonna kind of turn the gun around here, and right here we have a beautiful new thing you've never seen on Alchemy, and that is the Harrison kind of retro GI style hammer, or excuse me, thumb safety. Now, I wanted to kind of blend this whole back end of this gun into kind of a hot rod-esque, like modern but traditional look, Resto Mod.
Yes, Resto Mod, yep.
So that's why we didn't go with the standard, just regular GI nub thumb safety. We kind of gave you a little bit more paddle there. It looks good. It's pretty unique, and I kind of think it blends everything in with the gun.
Well, it makes it more custom. Because we're not doing a clone. This is not cloning.
No. Well, we've been very clear.
Yeah, this is not clone guns. This is just, you know, an iteration of it. But then you get back up to the slide there.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm going to save that for last.
Oh, okay.
Save that for last. So I do want to move back down. We got the vertical serrations here on the back of the gun with a lanyard loop, which is very correct for this. Of course,
cool.
We still did keep the front strap check ring. I think in a gun you're really going to use a lot.
We debated this. We debated going bald on the front strap and then actually deleting the undercut. But this is just one of those things we were like, this is a gun that we think you're going to want to shoot a lot. So if you're going to want to shoot a lot, let's have all the features on it that are going to make you actually want to shoot it.
Of course. Yes, and it does not have a mag well.
Nope.
If you know, that is one of the things that if you know we always say, well, if you shoot a lot, you need a mag well. But this gun, we weren't going to do a mag well.
Ain't gonna happen.
And so coming back up, two things I want to note. The two coolest things about this gun, in my opinion, is the new, because it's going to be now official.
It's a thing.
It's a thing now. The new finish on this gun, which will now be available on all Alchemies, and that is going to be our vintage classic finish. Now, you may have heard that before, and that's because on the Alchemy side of the house,
the Cabot side of the house.
Excuse me, the Cabot side of the house. You're right.
We've been doing the vintage classic finish for
a long time.
For years, and this is a very cool heat and chemical process with a little bit of aging to it, and it just looks so good on this gun. And what's interesting is just how different it looks on an Alchemy versus a Cabot, because Cabots are stainless steel. This is 4140, and the way the process, it's the same exact process as applied, but it creates
completely different.
Two different types of finish. This is going to be insanely durable, though.
Yes.
So this is a very durable finish. It's actually the metal has been treated to produce this color and this patina, if you will. It's going to just keep looking like that for a long, long time.
The most gangster. And so this is a finish that will look sick on everything in our product line, from the Prime Compact to the now new
Quantico High Cap Full Rail.
Quantico High Cap Full Rail.
Yep, so that'll look great as well. Got a buddy of mine I think is going to enjoy getting one of those. But
so just so you guys are aware, this vintage classic finish is on this, but it's also available on all of our pistols.
And listen,
so you can go order it on all of our pistols, and it's cool. We're gonna have to do a specific video on it because it is a random finish, meaning we aren't like sitting there. It's not battle worn like Cerakote where they're sanding it on in certain places.
Super lame.
Yeah, that ain't cool. But this is actually randomized in how it creates this finish on it. So some are going to look a little more vintagey than others. We can't really control that. Yep. So that's one of the things to understand is each one is going to look a little bit different because it is an accelerated aging process.
Right. And, this is just a beautiful gun in general, but the last thing I want to bring up to you, okay, is these markings.
These markings are cool.
Y'all.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we kind of jumped the shark with this one.
I'm telling you.
Maybe not jumped the shark, but
I don't know what we jumped, but we sure as hell did. These markings right here. So listen, we all know why we buy Colt pistols.
It's for the roll
sure
marks.
As hell ain't for the fit.
No,
okay?
it's not for the
I love
fit.
Colts. Listen, you're talking to a guy who owns a lot of Colts, but listen, that ain't why you buy a Colt. You buy a Colt because it's got the markings on it.
Yeah, it's got the prancing pony.
So we ended up taking the markings from, again, my 1919 Colt government model, modifying them so, of course, they didn't say Colt Patton, you know, because we wouldn't want to put a pony on this. Their middle name is Patton for a reason.
Yes.
And so, anyways.
And their second middle name is litigation.
Yes. And so we did the patent dates on this from the original 1911, which, of course, if you haven't seen the patent date video, please go check that out. I did a lot of research. So, please watch that. Because it's a really cool and really interesting video as well. And then, of course, we did the Alchemy logo, which I don't think I've ever been more attracted to the Alchemy logo.
It looks really cool.
Than on this gun. Yeah. And then, of course, on this side, oh man, dude, on this side, you'll see right forward of the ejection port, it says ACW automatic instead of Colt automatic. And that does something for me, getting a little tingle in the dangle, man. This is something I love. And of course, it says caliber 45. Caliber is spelled kind of like the Brits spell it, which is how they calibre, which is exactly how it was on the original pistols. And I'm telling you, this is a gun I've been chasing forever.
So we just decided to make it.
So we were just like, you know what? Yeah, if I like it, someone else has got to like it too.
Exactly.
So this gun means the world to me. I cannot wait till we're done with NRA shows so that I can put this in a holster and start carrying it. This will absolutely be my daily carry. Once we're done with show season.
A couple more details on it. It does come with the American Holly grips.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is really, really cool. And the American Holly grips are actually bevel bottomed.
Yes, sir.
Because we don't normally bevel bottom them so that they'll fit on mag wells. The long trigger, all right?
Because that's correct.
That's correct, okay. And the extra thick beveled barrel bushing that's on there. So this is how this gun comes. Now, something else we got to talk about is ordering this. What's going on with that? Because it's a Resto Mod.
Right. So with our Resto Mod series, just because we are using parts that aren't in our inventory traditionally, the Resto Mod series, especially this gun, will be a pre-order.
Yes.
And I don't think that's anything anyone will really have any objection to. I will say that these guns are already built into our production schedule throughout the year.
Yep.
So even though it is a pre-order, it's still not going to be the weight that a typical Alchemy will be.
Correct.
It just won't be that we're shipping them when you buy them.
Yes. So we're anticipating third quarter having them all done. But we're only making 25.
25
Well,
of them.
and this one, this is the prototype. So this don't count.
That's
so
mine.
We're making 25 of them, 45 ACP, as you see it, and they're sick. Oh, and you know what's really cool is the certificates of authenticity that we've been doing for the Resto Mod series this year are dog tags.
Dog tags.
So you're gonna get a dog tag certificate of authenticity with your classic government.
Absolutely. And we're super stoked. Of course, if you aren't familiar, we will be doing the 25, of course, but the 10 of those will go to our top 10 dealers.
Yes, correct.
So
go to the page. You'll see
yeah.
who got them.
You can go down. There's a little box with information. Make sure you look at that so you can see which dealers have these guns, and you can go, kick down their door for them, because I sure as hell would.
Yep.
These are just fantastic. I am super freaking excited. It's just the most gangster pistol ever. I actually think I think I like this better than the Combat Limited, and I love the Combat Limited. I think
them's fighting words.
Now,
that's real.
And my Combat Limited means a lot to me, and this gun just, it's like they jockey for position every day. You know, like when I was putting these two were sitting next to each other in the safe, and I would every morning come to the safe and be like, oh,
which one?
Which one today? And I love it. This right here is why I love my job. So, I'm excited. We're building pistols for 1911 enthusiasts because we are 1911 enthusiasts. And, there's little details when you do something like this that you got to get right. And I think we got it right. I really think this is a home run.
This is cool. There's nothing else to say about it. And the vintage classic finish just looks amazing.
Yeah. I will be ordering more pistols with that too.
Yep.
So, with that being said, thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you for watching me geek out. I'm sorry for all that. But we are super pumped to see y'all this weekend at NRA show. Yep. So make sure you come out. If you're watching this after NRA show, sorry you couldn't.
Yeah, don't show up.
Don't show up because we won't be there yet. So anyways, Eli and Nick with Alchemy Custom Weaponry Cabot Guns. Stay safe out there. Make sure you carry cocked and locked.
Yeah, and spur hammers forever.
Spur hammers forever. Super gangster.
Really.